Welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll. I am DM Scott. With me, as always, the whole group's here.
Yeah, Killian playing Maven Corpseflower, a Circle of Spores druid who doesn't know how she got here or where the hell she is.
And Mick playing Holliver, a gnome relic hunter, warlock slash rogue.
Chris playing Viet, a dwarven ranger barbarian peace cleric who may or may not be a short fuzzy gremlin or may be a normal size bald, completely bald, tattooed, beardless,
Naked.
It's like naked and afraid or something. Sorry.
Naked and afraid. And Catherine playing Juniper Swift, a simple cleric, no other classes, who somehow found herself a captain of a magical ship.
Yeah, I mean, those good introductions, all accurate, all very specific, but also vague. I'm so excited to dive into this episode. But before we do that, let's get the normal, just production announcements out of the way. Killian, do you hear me?
I'm ready to go. We have merch. It's been a long week, you guys. I'm excited for this to be Friday. Baby, it feels great. We have merch at monstersofroll.com/shop. It links you to our Redbubble store where you can get pretty much any of our logos or our characters' faces on pretty much anything you want. So go and check it out. You want Maven on a clock and then you want to step on the clock and break it like I did, you could do that. You want our logo on a stylish mug or perhaps a sweatshirt or a hat, if you will. You can do that as well. So go ahead and check it out. monstersofroll.com/shop. And if you want to give your favorite player inspiration, you can get at us in the link down below. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you didn't like. Give a point to Scott. I don't know if you really want to. This counts for current episodes and if you are rewatching old episodes. I think the link stays the same. So go ahead and get at us using the hashtag inspiration. Let us know why your favorite player is getting some inspiration. That's all I have this week. If you're going to be lighting off fireworks this weekend, don't do it at 3 a.m. Please, for the love of God, don't be that guy.
Also be safe.
I will have my earplugs in. I don't do well with the booms and the bangs. Also, be kind to the veterans in your neighborhoods and just don't be a jerk. Stay safe. That's all.
In that order.
Yeah, don't be a jerk first.
And then lastly, just be safe.
Yeah.
So, our announcements now, out of the way. We've parted the seas. We have the little, elephant in the room, which is last time on Down with Dragons.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Viet.
He is not an elephant yet. No.
Little elephant.
I mean, there might be a trunk, but he's hairless now. He is hairless. So I was gonna bury the lead, but so as the group did some traveling across the skies, some tweets were sent. Talcia seemed less than impressed, a little annoyed, and also not upset, just a little disappointed. But apparently they dealt with some of the mess that the globe that they went into left behind, and then they were trying to give instructions of where to meet them, and it was like, hey, you should find us, and just not getting GPS coordinates. There was no meetup point set in the GPS. It was just a lot of frustration back and forth. Finally, a point was agreed upon, Shipton. And during all of this, also, research was being done as well, and new magics learned. But, the problem with hard work, it's hard work. And if you could just make a wish, just get it, it'd be far easier. And Oliver did so with the Dragon Rend spell that is in no way a ripoff from anything else in other mediums.
Maybe.
But it is a variation, 100% a variation. But he wrote down in the wish book, cast a wish basically, and absolutely does have the intellectual knowledge now of what that spell is. It is up here, locked tight, no question. You know it backwards, forwards, and backwards. You also know what it costs to spend it. That did not change, but it's up here. You could write it down in your sleep. And as that wish was written down in the period punctuating the sentence, a burst of energy came out. A burst of energy so strong you could say it knocked the hair off of a dog or a dwarf. And as Viet burst into the room, trying to see what's going on, this fuzzy little cute little Teddy Ruxpin sized dwarf is suddenly back to himself, but all the hair on his butt, he is swimmer smooth, eyebrows, beard, and there is a clatter of things as they hit the ground from his beard. But I mean, like the day Viet was born, actually, I feel like dwarves are born much hairier. I feel like they come out with at least like a little bit of a
little
like
5 o'clock shadow.
Beard. Yeah. Smoother than you've ever been in your life. And I feel like, seeing as Chris was unable to be with us last time, that is the perfect place to pick up at. So, Viet, I want you to just right off the bat roll me a perception check. I'm going to say disadvantage only for comedic effect. No other good reason but that.
At disadvantage would be 14. So
Okay.
chilly in here all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, I know you have a decent perception, so it was just like giving a chance for, but yeah, very, very quickly, just you open the doors, come in, and and yeah.
I am
However,
not cleaning that up, Oliver.
as you punctuated and the surge went by, and you do just suddenly get the equivalent of like just like that sound of like feedback in your mind, and feeling like, I mean, like on the inside of your skull, someone wrote down a recipe. And then you hear Viet and look towards the cute little fuzzy wuzzy bear with the blue hand. Nope, that is not what's there now.
He's a man.
You are going through some changes. There's something I don't know about dwarf and growth cycles here.
4 puberties.
Are there windows in this cabin area where we're at?
You're more internal. It's adjacent to the actual captain's quarters
this-
and everything. So this is
Boom. So I do not see outside what happened outside.
correct.
Okay. Oliver, what are you doing?
I am mastering powerful magics that can aid us in our fight against the dragons. Isn't that just so? It's what we need.
Viet's busy picking up trinkets off the floor that fell out of his beard.
You didn't have any extra clothes with you, or
It was really hot under that fur, Oliver, with all that fur.
okay. No shame here. It's fine.
It was really hot. Don't
indeed.
get kissed by gods.
Oh,
It gets really hot.
Mm.
No plans to do any such thing. Right. And yes, I understand it's really hot. And now I'm kind of wondering what was going through your mind with some of those tattoos, but
He's probably busy picking. You're probably getting a full view of Fenris as he's picking stuff up now.
what is that you? There's a pantsless character on your
What?
pants area.
I'm not knowing what you're talking about. He's trying to look.
I don't know if if I have the energy to go down this rabbit hole. Anyways, yet I have mastered. At least I've come to a full understanding of this Dragon Rend spell. We need to tell the others. This is a grand weapon in our arsenal.
Okay. You go tell the others. I will go find a bag.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Hey, you can borrow one of mine. I'll just dump out a satchel and hand it to him.
Puts his stuff in the bag. Do you have any belts?
No.
I think you're not using.
Is this being urgent?
I feel like it's no, you're right. It's not immediate. We're not facing dragons right now. I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunity to inform everybody.
Oh, maybe go find some pants then, since I'm no longer so
Sure,
hot.
and not acknowledging any culpability in this incident or anything, but
I am still not
Yeah,
cleaning this
I
up,
can-
Oliver.
I can help a little. It's okay. I'll sweep up your trinkets and such.
Viet and Fenris will go turn and strut down the hall.
Walking tall. Good God.
Oh,
I have an idea for a Manny tattoo, but we'll save that for the after show. So, Viet and Oliver separate as there's a good amount of hair to be picked up. We're gonna flash kind of across the ship to pick up with Killian.
Mm-hmm.
What is Maven doing right now?
Well, she's definitely not going downstairs.
There's been a surge of energy.
Yeah, that usually is a bad sign.
Very much so. And
No,
I will
but-
even say, to add to it, I mean, it's a burst of energy, light, and as it subsides, you can even see, looking from where you've been perched, in the crow's nest, primarily, that mist that the ship has been kind of putting out to make it look like a cloud up in the sky. There is that shockwave of separation of clouds. So for at least right now, whether that's longer than now or not, There's no mist around the hull of the ship and spreading out. It is just boom. The skies have been cleared, including a blue sky above you right now that you can see the aurora borealis is spreading out in a ripple wave across the very evident kind of dome in the closer distance than normal.
Okay. Well, shoot. I don't know how to cast sending because I'm a bad druid. So, I'm gonna, I'm gonna call down to one of the Sealies and have them relay a message to the captain for me. I like the way that they do it, like a game of magic telephone. Makes me happy. So I say, tell Captain Juniper that there are landmarks visible under the hull, and for her to get in contact with what's her name? I say it just like that.
Okay.
Yeah. What's her name and all? Telsia. That's her name.
Juniper, where are you currently on the ship?
If I remember correctly, I was up. I thought I was up in the crow's nest with Maven. I thought we were.
Yeah,
having a
wait, yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
You were, weren't you?
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's-
Yeah.
Hey, reality, like real life, gets in the way sometimes of me as well, and so yeah, you both are up there when that happens. so,
Yeah.
yeah. I apologize.
No. I kind of like the idea that Maven forgot that Junip was there
Kind of, yeah.
and like just is calling down, like, get in touch with the captain. She's like, I'm here. I just saw that. I can't.
But nonetheless, there is the echo down the ship into the underbelly of the ship, back up out of the ship, and then and suddenly there's contact with a mark underneath the ship, Captain. You need to make mark with what's her name?
Mark.
Christopher Walken.
No, that'd be more Captain. There's a mark. It's crazy. Gotta talk to what's her name.
Maven, I'm right here.
Jesus, when did you get here?
But I was here the whole time. We had a
No.
whole conversation.
No.
Like
Teleportation.
5 minutes ago. Also, I can't. I can't do that
Well-
spell anymore.
Well, what? What
What the f just happened?
Well-
I'm gonna start climbing down. To go figure out what the heck just happened to this.
I'll stay
ship.
up here in case
That's
something
great.
happens.
Okay.
So Juniper, you head down. Maven
Yeah.
is staying up top.
Looking out at the sea of clouds.
Well, yeah, the slowly pushing out.
Yeah.
Sea of clouds.
Yeah.
Yes, Viet.
Would Oliver and Viet hear the call for the captain resonating through the ship?
Yes.
Oh, wholeheartedly.
Viet would change direction and start heading up because clearly something's happening.
There's a mark. You'd hear the first part of it, that like the more coherent version of it, and then you hear the telephone version of it
Right.
on the way back out.
Which is not helping his understanding of things.
Yeah, right.
He'll grab one of them as they're passing. Get the guns up!
Aye, and then run. Get the guns up, guns, and it's on. There's 3 on each side of the deck. These ballistas get like pulled up on turrets, and you see the most like grizzled Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque Sealy versions, with like bandoliers and just at the turrets, just ready to go.
Grab another
Oh, sure.
cabin,
That message is loud and clear.
grab another cabin Sealy and tell him to go down and grab my weapon bandolier. Striding up to the deck.
Get to the bandolier.
Oh my god.
Run down.
Do it now.
Down. Come on, what are you waiting for? Take off running. So very quickly, the ship's active, very active right now. And as Viet, I would say, Juniper, as you get to the top deck coming down, turn and start heading towards like the helm. All of a sudden, you'll see
Whoa.
smooth, naked, tattooed Viet walking in your direction
With the bag in his hand.
with a bag in his hand, at full attention, ready for battle. Wait, no.
Wait,
No,
wait,
no, no, no,
wait,
no.
wait a
No,
minute.
no.
Are you canonically saying?
No.
Are you
Stop
sure?
it. I will
I-
take away inspiration that was not intentional.
I too get battle horny, but are we condoning this on stream? Who's ready for Viet?
Half
Oh,
mast.
God.
At half mast.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
Just showing up. I'm not. Chris, Viet, please take it away. I'm done talking.
I just imagine June like running across the ship, rounding a corner, and going, "Whoa!"
I imagine Viet with his hands behind his, that full
My god.
marionette,
Don't say attention. Don't say attention.
that full marionette officer, right, hands behind his back, striding up and down the walkway, inspecting the guns.
Okay. Clothes before guns, maybe. Just
It was
thought.
hot. It was
yeah.
hot.
If you don't think a gun is gonna burn your junk, then have at it. What happened?
It was Holliver.
He did it.
Do I hear this?
Okay.
I don't hear this, do I? I'm cleaning up.
He
Yeah,
shaved.
if you're cleaning up, no, you don't.
I call that down from the crow's nest. Who shaved you?
It was being Holliver.
How
I am
did
not
you let
cleaning
that
it up.
happen?
What?
What?
Captain Juniper Swift?
I said, how did you let that happen?
It just
You just sat there and let him
Boom.
shave you?
boom.
It was relaxing. You know?
Okay. Okay. I gather that whatever Holliver did had something to do with why we
Yes, it went boom.
are not hidden anymore. Is there a Sealy engineer on board?
As soon as you kind of say that, all of a sudden, hi, Captain.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened to our cloaking device?
They look confused.
The clouds, like why we're not making
Oh, aye,
Clouds.
aye, aye. Oh, it
not like a
seems-
literal cloak.
Seems to be, Captain, that whatever disturbance just happened, it disrupted the crystals down below, the things that keep all this going. We don't have enough power to sustain both flight and our cloud basis.
Great. Can we fix it?
Aye, we could fix it, Captain. But if I put too much power to it, the whole thing will blow. Yeah, I had to.
Dear gods. Oliver,
As a
could I
lifelong
kill
Trek
this all?
fan, please +1
Yeah.
inspiration.
Uh-huh.
Jim Scott.
Put
Hey, I've been
power to
waiting.
it.
Wait.
I don't have the power.
Yep. Sorry, Captain.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying that this entire campaign isn't entertainment for all the pop culture things I have ever wanted to do.
What do I do?
Waiting on your order, Captain. We can
Yeah.
push the engines to reinitiate the cloud basis, or we can set her down and we can make some repairs. Or if you have a way to repower the crystals, we can get underway.
What would repower the crystals?
Oh, plenty of magic would probably do it.
I'm sorry, plenty of what?
Plenty of magic, Captain.
Oh, I don't
Viet
have
holds
that
up his
right now.
fist and it's all crackling with lightning at this point.
Oh my god.
Captain Juniper Swift, would
Oh.
you want me helping? Yes?
I think maybe we should land first, just so we don't, fall out of the fucking sky. Oh my god.
Oh, Captain, the odds of us falling out in the sky are very slim. More likely we blow up and then come crashing in a fiery inferno to the ground.
That's so comforting.
I know, Captain.
Viet's busy scanning the horizon as this is happening.
Right now, ironically, you can see very clearly, like it's even pushed the mist on the canopy cover in a good radius. And you can see very clearly, like anybody who's studied maps in any way for travel can start to get a little bit of more of a bearing and of where you are. And you're probably barely a third of the way through Loch Forest, heading south towards, south, but also, as you know, Shipton.
Where would be in relation to Alan Dole?
Ellen Dole would be a little like
Further
mostly
east?
west by northwest.
Okay. So we're past it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What happened to the mists, Captain Juniper Swift?
Well, the crystals that power this ship got damaged because of the surge of
Or
magic.
disrupted.
Or disrupted. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what, Viet? Go ahead. Yeah, do it. I guess if we blow up, we blow up.
Viet will salute.
So will the engineer, Sealy. Aye. Going down in a blaze of glory, Captain.
Oh God, please no.
Yeah, and they'll guide
Shoot
you down.
Follow. Yep.
Juniper is praying. Like, essentially, dear anybody who will listen, please don't let us blow up into a million pieces.
10-4, only 100. Viet, you'll be taken down. You'll work your way down, and after you it has all of the appearance of like a ship, good sized, but a ship. Until you hit the very bottom of the ship, and when you hit there is a very clear of like this is a facade, and they touch a few different carvings in the wood, and it does opens up, and it is like a mixture of what feels like an organic. It feels like stepping into a geode. That's probably the best way to describe it. A manufactured geode. There are crystals kind of all jutting from every direction towards an array of colors. And in the center is a crystal that looks a little familiar. It's the one that was originally placed up above and has brought itself here. You can see there are a few of like these crystals that they don't look cracked or anything like that, but they almost look like on the inside of them with their illumination, there's like that old fashioned TV static, the gray and black going across them and just scattering ripples. And underneath the very middle in this geode, where the middle crystal is, there's a little like stalagmite almost that grows up that holds it, and in the center of it you can see there's energy flowing up into it.
Oh, this looks a lot. Okay.
What?
This is some familiarity with energy flowing up out of columns and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Engineer Sealy,
there
can you
is-
call Holliver down here too, please?
I can have Oliver down here in just a jiffy, and it'll say, "Bring the little Oliver!" And just up, you just hear echoes going up, and they just point towards this little open area that is got a like equivalent of all this like mixture of like naturalistic geode with
Mhm.
all these edges of like frames of like brass and steel that like it seems like they grew out of naturally. There is the equivalent of like if you think old-fashioned deep diver mask, that
Mhm.
brass kind of, and they just open it up, and now you can see the energy pulsing straight into the bottom of the crystal. That'd be about where we would inject any kind of extra power into the system there, sir.
How much power?
You're not here, Captain.
Yeah, why would I not have gone down there?
You did not say you're coming.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay.
Are you coming?
I just stood on the top of the
Well, you gave an order and then prayed. There's plenty of captains that say, make it so, and then other people do the job.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily the same people praying at the same time, though. That's usually.
Praying to God, praying to God. All right. We'll say you're there. So as orders get shouted up to go get Holliver, Juniper, you're standing there with Viet.
Praying.
Praying. Maven, you hear the echo of Holliver. Holliver, you are just literally with that dustpan finishing up.
Mhm.
And then it's like, Holliver, you're needed down below.
For what?
And a breathless, like cabin boy, Sealy comes running. Oh, so sorry. I can finish up the mess. There seems to be something going on down in the reactor engine room. You might be needed. Your expertise. The gunnery officer called for you.
Oh, yeah. Here, help me shovel this stuff into this box and I'll bring it to him. He must want all of his hair and beard trinkets and all the other stuff.
I picked up all the trinkets.
He must want his hair back. So help me stuff this in this box and I'll bring it to him right quick.
Yeah, they start just grabbing and trying to help you, and we could turn this into a glorious loincloth of some sort.
So
Wait.
everything that got blasted off of Viet, we're shoving it in there because Holliver assumes that that's probably the only thing Viet could want right now, right? He wants all his hair and stuff.
Where did Viet put the stuff he picked up off the ground? This is very important to me.
In the
Into
bag.
In the
sack that
bag. He
Holliver
got a
gave
bag from.
Damn it. Never mind. I mean, yay, good.
I
Well,
kept this watch safe.
He didn't keister it. I mean, though, Viet has been in prison.
you know, you do what you gotta do, okay? I don't judge.
No, absolutely not. All right. So, Holliver, you've collected the giant hairball.
Yes, and then yes, I'm following, having the Sealy guide me to where the breathless Sealy can now guide me all the way to the engineering where Viet is, because I'm not sure exactly where that is.
Yep, and they'll follow you or lead you down all the way down, and then into the final sub deck where the reactor or engine room is.
All right. Viet, you needed me. Here I have all your hair. I could, if you give me some time, I could work up a nice adhesive or something. That's about the only solution I have.
All right. Otherwise, I'm a great sewer. I could sew. I'm happy to help.
You broke it, Oliver.
I'm sorry. I mean, it wasn't me. I mean, what are you talking about?
The ship. You broke the ship.
Something with the crystals, and now we don't have clouds.
Wait, isn't that a good thing though? Because what's her name needs to get to our ship,
Uh,
and there were clouds
Yeah,
in
but
the way.
If everybody standing on the ground can see us.
True. Yeah, fair. Maybe they'll think we're a weather balloon.
Viet will hold up his hand that's all just kind of crackly. His blue hand that's all crackly. The engineer,
no.
see the dancing woman engineer is saying that if we powder it up, I think I can just touch this, but I wanted to double check since you are knowing these things as well. Is there anything else that we should be? Should I grab something else while I'm touching the thing or not?
Either way, there's
the
a slight
breathless-
chance we could blow up.
The breathless Sealy just kind of clutches onto Oliver. Oh, you know.
Okay, so let me consult with this engineer Sealy. And so would there be anything I understand that he should do or make a roll for?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana roll for it's
Arcana,
supposed to
okay.
be charging with
thinking-
magic, and
I'm thinking, Oliver, that we are stronger together.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you're saying you're worried about possibly needing to ground yourself, and if we work together, maybe I hold your hand, that would solve it. I rolled a natural 20 for 29. So
Plus D4.
Nice.
plus a D4.
Yeah, you're near Viet.
Okay. Stronger together, yes. Okay. So that was a 3 for a total of 32.
Unfortunately, the DC was 33. I'm really sorry about that. You were very close.
Yeah,
The whole ship blows up.
totally get it.
Yeah. Who would have seen that?
Ships
coming,
fall.
you know?
Ships fall. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
See you next season. You know.
Roll a d6. Now another d6.
Oh my god.
Don't be like that. Especially with what's coming. So Oliver, you'll have an understanding, maybe not specific to what this entire geode of an crystalline engine is, but you do understand the idea that there is energy that is in kind of disarray, and Viet, with his blue hand, is also, in your experience, just a little chaotic. And so, and this is with what you rolled, great roll. But Sealy's, future engine is so far beyond that the best explanation I can give you is, a negative plus a negative is a 0. So that should cancel, right? So chaos plus chaos, normal. You feel really confident, even though you have a very rudimentary understanding of what this thing is.
Okay. Well, so this system seems to be a lot of things in nature. They have a certain rhythm and frequency, and when that frequency gets disrupted, it gets thrown into chaos. And sometimes the only thing you can do is add a little more chaos to it.
Give it a little shake, yes?
Yeah, a little shake. Think of this more like a tsunami being averted by an asteroid hitting the ocean. So
okay.
instead of the wave going up one way, when the asteroid hits the ocean, you have ripples, very big ripples, of course, yes, that go every direction, and it actually kind of averts the worst possibility of the tsunami. Are you following me? Because and there's also some theories about the heart of living beings having some sort of energy propelling it, making it pump, and if it stops, you can start it again with more energy.
So we're just needing to shake it up by pumping it with energy at right motion. Is that what we were saying, Oliver?
I will not totally agree with that statement, but what I am saying is It's worth a shot.
I'll say. at the
How many
end of-
times should he touch it? Can you count? Count those for me, Oliver.
Not any more than needed. Not
I'll
any-
count.
less than needed. Just give it a try.
Oliver, you can count.
Oh, gosh. Wait a minute. It should only take one try. One wonderful try.
Oh.
My God.
Oh, wow. Why did that feel so weird? Once.
Holding on to you, the cabin boy, Seeley, is just nodding and listening to you, and he's like, I'm convinced, and just starts to move forward to like reach out towards the reactor. And then disappears.
Yeah, shocked.
Viet is busy rummaging in his bag.
Um,
He's going to pull out his feather that he normally is when he's in a situation for fight or flight,
Where are you?
as I have it noted. He's going to hold it in the one hand. All right, is everyone being ready?
Hang on a second. She's gonna put her
Maybe
hand
hold
on
on
his
to
shoulder.
something.
She's just gonna put her hand on his shoulder and just I'm gonna cast guidance. I'm gonna give it a little guidance here. A little bit, a little push.
Ready.
Maven is still on the crow's nest, just like, oh, it's a really nice.
Chilling. Having a great time. Honestly, I'm like, hello down there.
We're all about to
Like-
die, and Maven's just
Just hanging
All
out.
right. I need you to roll me a percentile first
Oh,
there, Viet.
no.
the guidance will give you a D4 to
Not to this.
your
This will be a 57.
57.
Ability
Okay,
check.
roll me a Constitution saving throw, and this one you can add the D4 to.
Constitution saving throw. $15 plus my D4 for emboldening bond. An 18.
did you do the D4 for guidance?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it good to be high or low? Maybe. Are we golfing? Or is it a percent success? Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay. So your final Constitution save was what?
18.
18. Okay.
You're getting a little faint there, Scott.
I apologize.
I
You don't have
forgive
to
you.
apologize. Just
Yes, he does.
do you want me to roll what kind of energy goes in there with my
That is not necessary.
Oh.
All right. So you made your save. So you're going to take half.
Okay.
So you will take 24 lightning damage.
Okay. Tingles.
So there's a certain amount of feedback as you are doing this.
24, you
and-
said?
Yep. As you do this, you are going to feel like the beginning of you trying to use that magic, and then you're going to feel something almost like it's grabbing hold of you and taking you for a ride as more energy comes pouring out. So, this ship does not have an exhaust port. But as realistic as I could make this CG if I was making a movie. Suddenly, there's a burst of energy and a flame shoots out of the back end of the ship. And you are propelled forward. Yes, Maven. Ho! As you are holding on. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Good
You're
Lord.
in the crow's nest.
I
I'm
sure
not-
am. I can fly, but it's more fun if I can't. That's a 15.
That's enough to, as everything rockets forward. And you look back, you're the only one to see this full spectrum.
Oh gosh.
As it seems like without the exhaust port, think actually rocketing through the water and seeing that wake from a speedboat.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing to the sky, except it feels like you're doing like what it looks like is like the Aurora Borealis is doing that behind you in a
We just hit the nitro.
rainbow kaleidoscope. So you are leaving a rainbow across the sky as Pegasus are being born within it and shooting out and flying across the sky, because this is basically summoning a certain amount of creatures, and unicorns or Pegasus is what it is. And because of flavor for that, because I did the slip, they are unicorn Pegasus
Oh my good
that are
God.
just flying across. They're all white with pink,
Oh, we just missed
And
Pride
there's-
Month too.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, there's glitter, there's amazing music. As the ship goes just jetting across the sky faster than it's ever gone. And just if you were on land, like on a high hill or mountain, you just hear as it just shoots
Somewhere there's a
by,
very confused
glitter.
storm giant.
glitter just comes down.
Oh Lord.
Friendship is magic.
it sure is.
There might be a Care Bear that could have been if thing hadn't happened. But
Rainbow Pegasus unicorn bear.
is that the new summoning creature that we?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I might have a new
Gosh.
tattoo on my chest, but
We didn't get to
Stronger
spend enough
together.
time.
Stronger together.
Stronger together sounds like a Care Bear thing, doesn't it?
Is that a party tattoo we are all gonna get?
Oh my God.
Gosh. I
So,
like it.
very quickly inside the ship, you are going to see all of the crystals just pulse with energy, and then after a few seconds, you are going to see almost that like prismatic rainbow start to happen in every single crystal. Where before they each had kind of flashes of their own individual colors
Mhm.
in this geode of crystals. Now they are all doing that prismatic rainbow effect in every single one of them. And you see
Is this good or
the
bad?
engineer like, "Aye, that's a good job. We're-
Oh.
the flow's restored. Good job, Captain." And just looks straight past, Couldn't have done it
Hey.
without you. As Viet, your hand is steaming, and you're just
Yeah, are you okay? If you had eyebrows, they'd have burnt off.
you've got a blue hand with now black fingernails.
Oliver,
Yes.
where are my eyebrows?
Are you surprised that their eyebrows are not? There's no hair on your entire body right now.
Yeah, you should find them here. Here,
we'll check.
I brought the whole box.
Somewhere.
You'll take the box. I will be taking that.
It's, are you mad? It's really hard to read your expression right now.
I'll be in my bunk.
Still,
He's
still.
gonna come out with like the drawn eyebrow. He'll draw them wrong and
down.
just be.
Okay.
Always look
Oliver,
surprised.
Oliver, what were you doing that caused this surge?
Now, we can't jump to conclusions here about that it was directly linked to anything that I was doing.
As you see Fenris walking away on Viet.
I'm pretty confident.
Yes, you're confident? Yeah, thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
pretty-
your confidence in me.
I'm
And,
pretty confident that you did something.
I did do something. I had a major breakthrough. I need to tell you about it. There was in the library of this very ship, there was a spell or instructions for how to learn a spell and what to do to execute it. It's called Dragon Rend, and it may be one of the weapons we need to defeat the dragons.
Yeah, we were gonna show it to Telsia. We were gonna talk to Telsia about it.
Right. And I need to reemphasize the importance and serendipity of this happening.
Okay.
And I really appreciate your confidence in me. I won't mess this up. And
What did you do?
I learned the spell. Or
Oh,
yes,
okay.
acquired mastery of the spell.
Okay. So that's what that big surge of magic was you learning this really complicated kind of experimental spell. Okay. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Maybe next time when we're doing experimental magic things, we could do it not on the flying magical ship.
Of course.
I'm super excited that you learned this. Can you teach it to other people?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That's great.
I copied the spell. I can teach it.
Super great. I'm gonna go pass out in bed now because I am exhausted, and I'm honest. Honestly, I'm a little stressed out.
I don't know. You think it's a good time,
Okay.
Captain? It seems like there's a lot
Stressed.
going on.
Yeah, I think it's a great time.
Oh, okay. Aye.
I'm gonna go to bed. I am going to my room.
That's how I deal with stress too.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go shut the door.
If you find any hair on the doors, just put it in this box.
Viet took them
Great.
off.
I'm so glad there's a carpet of hair on my floor.
All right. So, unless
Poor Viet.
anyone objects, we are going to do some travel. The ship is flying through the sky.
Love it.
Do we get our cover back? Is it pooping out little rainbow clouds to cover us now?
Right now, you are moving so fast that you have more of like
Trailing.
you have like rainbow chemtrails. I mean,
Cool.
Oh my god.
so you're just like anybody who noticed. And the thing is, you're not low enough that you're separating the mist down below. So it'd be very specific people and very, who would be like, did you see the rainbow comet in the sky? It's like, shut up, old man, So you're fine. But you were scheduled to basically meet in Shipton in about a week, roughly. you'll get notification within about 3 days that you are over Shipton.
Cool.
Whoa. Jinx.
So as you'll hear everyone's like any long rests, obviously, and things like that. You have them. You've healed. Any downtime, little activities, if you'd like, let me know. But overall, on the third day around noon, all of a sudden you're going to hear Seely from in the crow's nest, whether Maven or not you're there. You're just going to hear Shipton Ho! And you'll see a sea of mist below. And one of the like crewmen will be like, "Hi, it's right below us."
Wow.
And that is where we're going to take a little break. Before we dive into that part, because, you know, Real World Scott worked literally until the stream started. So the laboratory is calling my name.
That's an unpublished stream, folks, just so we're clear.
Yeah, the real life stories. Yep, that's Patreon level.
Ooh.
But
Go.
we'll be right back. All right. We're back. Everyone
Hey.
has taken care of important business.
No OSHA
So-
violations on our watch.
No OSHA violations here, folks. Breaks were given. They were respected. Wait, who's being paid that we have to respect?
I was gonna say, you guys are getting
like,
paid?
Isn't
Like,
OSHA
what?
like OSHA's like safety regulations, and then there'd be
Right, for
HR violations would be the
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a good thing none of us are getting paid for this. There'd be a lot of HR violations. Mm-mm.
hostile work environment, sexual misconduct.
2 items.
Emotional manipulation.
One, I'm really curious how the Sealies know where we're at. Like, did they lower a Sealy on a rope below the cloud cover? Or is there a periscope that goes down? Can you please tell me? Because I really want to know now. How do they know where we're at? It can't just be magically know. Like, there's got to be
love-
something Sealius to...
I want them hung by a rope.
Is it
Just
hung
kind
by a
of
rope
by the
with a
waist.
periscope?
Yeah.
Does anyone
Oh.
have inspiration?
Yeah.
Don't.
If someone's willing to use inspiration, I am willing to just like, because I'll be honest, I was just like, it's magical GPS. But if we want to, someone's willing to burn one, it's magical Sealy hung from a rope just below
Yes.
the mist cover. Who's
You
like,
can have one of mine. You can have one of mine.
Wait, how many do you have, Chris?
I got 5. I got them.
I do
I got-
imagine they're holding binoculars, actually.
I could burn one of mine. I got.
telescope.
You did already.
Yep. Thank you. Totally worth it.
I love it.
Yeah. I was
Which,
ready
by
to-
the way,
Second
that
thing.
means the one. Okay, I'm just saying, if we're gonna have that window, there is. If you remember in the scene in Waterworld, where the guy who was measuring the oil level, if we ever hit a mountain, the words out of that one's mouth is "Thank God."
I kind of want a Sealy with a Mad Max on the front of the ship, like doing the
Oh,
Yes.
very
flaming
bad.
guitar too. But
100%.
It's the masthead. Figure
Rainbow-
That's what they're
rainbow
called.
flames coming out of the.
You know what? That is not what I had planned by any means, but there are certain parts
We're in
of
the
what I do
apocalypse,
have
Scott.
planned that 100% can use that idea of the masthead being animated.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So the
And
second
Mad
thing I
Max
wanted
style.
to know.
Okay, second thing. Oh, that wasn't the second thing.
No, that wasn't the same thing. Sorry, that was 1.2.
Okay, fair. You
Item
missed a week.
Item 2, the week while we're traveling, the 3 days while we're traveling, at some point Viet's going to be coming up fully clothed with his bandolier and all this stuff, but he is woven out of the blue hair like a beard thing that's ties at the top,
So like the
And
winter
he's just acting-
beard knitted.
and he's totally acting right like it's totally normal, and all this stuff is back into it.
But it's like tied behind your head.
hmm
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna try to rip it off your head. Oh, I have
I
to.
love
Would
it
you
so
though? Because I
much.
feel like Maven still has a sensitive
Oh.
side that would still be like have that impulse of like I need to do this, but there might be that angel or Daruk on your shoulder of
on
like
your shoulder.
leave him alone, you know, let him
Leave him.
have
Leave him.
this.
Oh, I feel like I would get real close too. Like I'm about to untie the knot at the back of it, and I'm like, and I just I pat your
Good luck
head.
getting
Yeah,
close
and-
enough to him and his paranoia. But
Oh,
Yeah,
fair
and-
enough.
Gosh.
If anything, I feel like the closest thing you'd have to do is like somebody who sees that no regrets, tattoo, and it's like not even one single, like So, all right. So day 3, everyone has had time to rest. I mean, even before this, you guys have all had a nice roller coaster of events, trauma, ordeals, futures, dreams that 3, jet ski days across the sky without any other events probably was kind of a nice change of pace of like,
yeah.
we are on a course. We are making great time. Nothing bad is happening. Knock on wood. Like, this is great. I will say, just for the sake of me, could I get everyone to roll me a survival check just because
Yeah.
for travel, I do have a table, oddly enough, that I would just like to. You've totally bypassed any dangers, but what you may have noticed in that 3 days travel at this high speed.
17.
7.
Evil 22, baby.
26.
That was a nat
Right.
20.
So with that nat 20 and
Yeah.
Same
Yes,
nat 20
fair.
plus 6.
with the 2 nat 20s, one being advantage paranoia, I will say there is one thing that I think Viet will point out first.
I don't know, swivel.
And we'll just say it's probably on the evening of the last night traveling. It's quiet. Juniper, you've been dealing with stuff. You've been, you've had, let's be honest, you've had a lot. You were feeling in the future the absence of anything that you found in yourself that is tied to power, and now it's back, which now that it's back, it still feels different than it was before you didn't know what it was. Now you may have an inkling. Also the whole daddy thing, you've had some time to unwind some of that in your head. Oliver, it's a weird thing having knowledge that wasn't earned, carved on the inside of your skull. And I know I said that's what it feels like, but in the future, one day, if anyone ever finds Oliver's body, it is carved on the inside of your head.
In Comic Sans.
Yeah. Wingdings.
The language of the ancients.
Yeah, it's the language of the universe. It's all emojis. I knew
It
it.
was wingdings all along.
It'd be
But
like a
there is
Hitchhiker's
something
Guide
to-
revelation.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And there is something to that, analyzing that knowledge that is now there. And it's one of those things of like, if you've ever woken up from a dream and it's so vivid, but then as you think about it and a few moments go by, you start to lose it. This is the exact opposite of every time you stop thinking about something and you're focusing on it and you blink, it's right there. You see it painted on the wall. It's like, it's always there every time you aren't focusing on something. So there's kind of an absorption period of getting used to what the new norm is. And it's not that it's intrusive or aggressive or causing pain, but from the standard mode of thinking where any normal person who thinks sometimes just drifts off and zones out and thinks about nothing. When you do that, you are looking at the formula in neon lights in your own mind's eye. That is your zone out, and it's both kind of cool, probably, but also kind of terrifying at the exact same time, because there is no never not thinking about at least that. You'll never have a moment where you're not at least thinking about that. Yeah. But on that last night's travel, before getting into the third day, Viet is going to be in the evening kind of checking over the ballistas and making sure everything is secure and ready at a moment's notice. And across the sky, for the first time, where you've seen the almost kind of illusion or the silhouette of a dome across the sky, you are going to see the dome like the surface of water, as a ghostly image of a large, think like in the deep ocean, and there be monsters. A leviathan, worm-like creature comes out of the sky and goes back up into the sky, piercing into the dome and back out of it. It is long, glowing in the night sky, almost in that same kind of iridescent aurora borealis, but where the normal pattern is of the aurora borealis in the sky, it is the exact opposite contrast to it. Still translucent, but it very much, now that you see it, there it is. Kind of like that, the 80s Predator with the cloaking, where it's like once you see it, you can very much see that it is right there. It is huge, hundreds of feet, as it serpents its way in and out of the dome with a large, like anglerfish hooks in the front of its mouth as it goes up and down and goes across the sky into the distance. And during that time, like as you first like, and that's maybe what brings Maven's attention, is as you're checking over the guns, you quickly bring one of the ballista ready to bear. And she, looks at you and then follows your gaze as watching this high up shape move across the surface of the top of the dome.
Navigator Maven, Amanita Deadflower, are you seeing this too?
I am, and I think.
Yeah, we'll reach over and pinch her.
Ah! Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that was the least Maven. Oh.
But hanging out with Viet for
Yeah.
however many couple months at this point, like fed up with this.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this.
You're supposed to pitch yourself.
As you're doing that, you'll hear the navigator, who's just one eye patch, got one crutch under an arm, holding onto the wheel with one peg leg. Hey, the Leviathan stirs tonight.
What is that thing? Yeah, the Leviathan. Yeah, but like more.
I, the Leviathan.
Like more detail, please.
Well, they say those who go too high into the sky never are seen again.
How many people are flying in the sky?
Four.
I think it's just us.
I mean, they say that. I mean, anybody who's ever flown in the sky too high has never heard from a.
How many people
it's
have
hard
ever?
to say. I wouldn't know because they never come down.
Fair enough. Can we kill it?
Some say you can.
Who are these people that are saying all these things?
Mostly programming. Plot device.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Seely knew we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like that would track, honestly, with what I know about Seely.
Roll for initiative. No.
Oh my yeah, I definitely, as much as I would love to bag me a white worm whale, I don't think we can. So as navigator, I think I'm just gonna say, all right, well, steer clear of that thing, and someone keep an eye out. I guess that'll be me because I'm the navigator. I'll go back up to the crow's nest.
Maven Amanita Dead Floater, I am thinking we should not be telling Captain Juniper Swift about this. She's looking a little stressed.
Yeah, no, I don't think that she needs to know really anything unless it directly is pertaining to her right now. Bring me your tired.
Viet will
and weird
nod and be wisely like stroking.
Just on the chin,
It's
and it just stretches just a little bit, you know.
so good. It's so good. Yeah. So bring me any reports of weird happenings. And I say that to the Sealy, the grizzled Sealy as well.
The helmsman, yeah. As they stretch their beard down and scratch their bare chin and put it back.
Oh man.
I'm gonna miss this crew when our ship inevitably
and you see
explodes.
the navigator just push forward on the wheel of the ship to like actually push for elevation, and the ship just drops down a little bit, being less high.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely still want to utilize cloud cover, but I am gonna move us down a little bit.
Well, and you as you've come into this third day, and the charge of that energy trail has started to dissipate. You do see the very edges of that cloud cover. It is regenerating, but you're going so fast that you're leaving chemtrails,
Faster than a speeding bullet. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about it. Let's okay, how far are we from our destination, Sealy robot thing?
Are you talking now, or are you talking because this was a flashback to seeing that?
Oh yeah, sorry, never mind.
Because I was gonna say, Shipton Ho.
Yep, Shipton Ho. That's where we are. We're there.
So as everyone comes to the top deck after it's been announced that Shipton is nigh, it is below, it is here. You've made it in 3 days, what you informed Talsia about a week.
Whoops.
And you are directly above Shipton.
We should tell Talsia.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
say-
will send a sending spell to Talsia.
I would love to hear that sending. Are you doing that now before you disembark, or
Yes.
are you getting a lay of the land first?
Before we disembark. As soon as I heard
Perfect.
Shipton Ho, oh crap. Gonna send
Perfect.
out look at this. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna say before I actually cast the spell.
Maybe write it down.
Last time.
Count.
Yeah. Okay, made up time. Hit Shipton early. Coming in now. We will wait for you. Come as soon as you can.
A brief moment will pass as you kind of are grabbing your gear real quick and heading up to the main deck, as you barely get the equivalent of like sending the message and then grabbing your coat and putting it on. Excellent. Head to the row your goat. See you there.
Please tell me that Juniper now has a big old pirate captain's coat with a brass buttons and
Oh,
everything.
please. Please.
I mean, I feel like
Where would I
with
have gotten it?
Seeley involved, it was laying there.
Yeah, it's
Like
hanging
the
up in your
most
quarters
Wear it,
ostentatious
sure.
captain's garb, you know,
with a
is
big
there
feather.
with the full hat with the giant
Yeah.
feather.
I
Hmm.
am not wearing that when I'm trying to blend in here.
No,
That's
you
not-
are. You must.
No,
It's
I
required.
want to stand out in this town. We want to collect some people at the row your goat, which is a great name, by the way. And then we want to get on the road because we still have to beat your daughter to the place
Oh,
where
I'm gonna
we're not
her.
beating your daughter. We
I'm
need to
gonna beat her.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you.
beat her.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna leave that up to you. The whole mother-daughter thing is not my territory. So we're gonna meet them. We have to go to the row your goat.
Just saying, the captain's garb could give you a little more of a authoritarian aura to, maybe make this go smoother.
How are we
I'll-
disembarking? Is it like a
I'll wear
ginormous
the
long
coats.
rope ladder?
And the hat looks really good on you too. I mean, oh my.
I'm not wearing the hat.
Oh,
I
my.
want to wear your.
I can't even see the top of it. It's amazing.
It's so
Um,
just glorious. Slay. Let's go.
Like,
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
The saber. Don't
Oh.
forget the saber. Come on now.
I have my own sword.
The boots.
Definitely
Nothing
the
else.
boot.
Oh yes.
for sure.
all right.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
Viet, you specifically, because you are the gunnery officer and you have been looking into your station, because I can't feel that Viet wouldn't want to know every single little detail of his responsibility and the ship's capabilities.
And he might not understand it all, but yes.
But you do know, down the side of, like, if you think of when you step down the steps from the top helm going down, there is kind of jutting out 3 points on each side of the ship that have at the very tip of them the ballistas. Viet will know that each one of those is the equivalent of a longboat that is made to be able to be launched, fly short range around the ship, but also bring up to 8 people to the ground and back up if needed. Otherwise,
Sweet.
think fighters around the ship as well.
Sweet.
So you very much are aware that you very easily can launch one of these long ships, these long boats, and fly down and land.
So
Probably
Viet would've-
looking.
As soon as Captain Juniper Swift starts making noises about decamping the ship, he would have basically climbed into the boat, one of those longboats. Wouldn't necessarily told everybody else about this, but he's climbed into the boat and he's waiting for everybody.
What?
You're just in the boat off the side of the ship. We just don't know where you are. Okay.
Yeah, where did Viet go?
I mean, the way that they're positioned on the ship, they are, not dropping down. They are,
Oh,
you know,
oh wow.
staged in a very obvious place when they're not launched, because the back end is kind of into the think segmented, launchable.
So they may see him just go climb into one of the boats then.
Okay.
Absolutely. A few crewmen start to help out and get things prepared because they know what the gunnery officer is doing.
What is the gunnery officer doing?
He's getting ready to launch.
No, I know. Juniper is saying that because they don't know.
Yeah, they're
Viet has not shared this information.
preparing to disembark, sir. Going and starting.
That's more like it.
Is that like? Can we
Viet's
just
busy
do that?
getting the ballista already on the front of the longboat.
Well, we need
He knows what
that.
his job is.
And another officer, one of the Sealies, jumps in the back and is holding a large kind of like helmsman, like
Sweet.
a handle for the helm, wearing nothing but like brandish red outfit.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess
Oh, you caught
just
that?
hover here until we get back.
I brought the snacks
you
for the
see
trip.
Grizzle one. Oh, sorry. What was that?
I brought the snacks for the trip.
Oh, good snacks.
Load up some provisions.
What little provisions we have left, because
You'll see one of the grizzled one with the peg leg at the helm. Like, aye, Captain, hold in position here.
that's what it's called.
Wait, wouldn't we have normal levels of supplies since we got here half a week early?
Oh, well, actually, maybe.
Yeah. We can maybe even pack a charcuterie board. That's great. Little picnic. Cute.
I do not want to see what a Deadwood charcuterie board looks like.
I
You
don't
sure
either.
don't.
Oh.
You sure don't. It's a lot of roughage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a Mika skull serving bowl.
Yes.
The brain doubles as a dipping sauce.
Oh.
There's not a lot of structure to
All
underneath
right,
the brain.
So hopefully Shipton has some more supplies because I'm not eating that.
Beyond my expertise. Yeah.
Let us disembark.
Guns
I will
away.
shoot
On the
out. I
ship,
tell
just
ya.
all to attention as you disembark the long ship. You feel a little jolt as it disengages from the rest of the ship and starts to, in a slow arc, helix its way down. And as you come out of, like, re-enter the mist, yeah, Viet is on point.
Head on a swivel.
And then
Really
you-
freaking cool.
within like takes about 5 minutes or so, and suddenly, I mean, the mist is very thick here, and all of a sudden you see water as the long ship lands into water
Lovely.
and starts to navigate as it slows and then comes to a nice slow crawl, propelled as it enters the harbor of Shipton. And as you
Yay.
enter in, there are where you think like walls, it is all the equivalent of like logs that are chopped down, planted, roped together as a perimeter, except for where this water is. So as you see the perimeter going around the edge. To your right, as you come in, you see wooden dock, and there are multiple docks all along this area. It's probably like 3-4 football fields long of a dock where there's multiple docks jutting out into the water of this river where river ships can come, tie up, whether it be for an hour or two to do trade and keep going, or harbor up for the night. And lots of activity on the dock. It is midday, but you very easily are able to find a spot, being especially just a little long ship. And you land immediately. You do see there are dock hands there, and they, throw out a rope, and someone's able to grab it, bring yourself up, tie
Yeah.
off.
Swivel the ballista on him. Show me your eyes.
I'm gonna just kind of move the ballista.
You see the bright blue eyes of a startled, like 15-year-old. Hold on. Half orc, who's just holds his hands out like he drops the rope in his hand. He's just like seeing the ballista turned at him and just
As Juniper pushes it back out of the way.
Yeah. Hey. Hi. Sorry. We had he's a little on edge. We had a lot of stuff going on. We're good.
Can you tie us up?
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he kind of keeps eyeing Viet as He probably keeps eyeing him and then is trying to push it back, as he's trying to tie with one hand, You are now in Shipton.
Sweet. Hey, 15-year-old boy. What is young man? This feels really weird. Carl. Hi,
Can't
Carl.
just be Carl.
Sorry for startling you. Can you point us in the direction of the row your goat?
Like literally everything behind town. Like you see, there's a small, like the dock is very large, and then it's a small, like torch lit, and you can see like the distant in the mist torch light until it disappears. He's like, just follow the path that way. Everything is about half a mile in.
Okay.
The dock is maintained here.
Cool.
But just follow the torches.
Okay, so this
Don't
is just
go
like a
off the
one.
path.
It's like a one street town.
Oh no! It's half a mile, and then you'll get to the hold.
Okay.
Everyone's familiar with the term of hold. It is the equivalent of a large town, not quite a city, not a small town. Town that has walls. It is a island unto itself. It is a trade port as far as small towns or small cities, large towns go. It is a hold. Shipton is considered a hold.
Why didn't they just build this city closer to the dock?
As you say that, as you kind of start walking towards the path, you'll see just one person like tying up like rope, and he's like, it's not really defensible if you don't have walls around every side.
What are we
Is that
defending
a point?
against?
Well, I don't. How have you not been around lately, or just in general? Because
Yeah. I mean,
thieves,
lately, but
bandits, murderers, pirates, but then also every weird fucking thing that comes out of the mist these days, the undead, weird spider-like things, weird flying things, weird demon-like things, weird ghost-like things,
Oliver's writing all of this
the whole
down.
time he's
I imagine like in Forrest Gump where they're naming off all the different kinds of shrimp. Like that's he's just going about his business.
Weird ghost things, weird spider things.
I'm thinking you said weird spider things already once before.
Oh, sorry. There's like 5 different types of those that I've seen personally.
Wow, I hate that.
Right. The worst ones are the tiny ones that look like normal spiders. But then they have faces of people when you really look at them.
No.
That is the right reaction.
I had a dream like that once.
Viet just gonna
They all
shrug.
were my mom. Oh,
I'm gonna go to that town.
And that's about it.
Viet's gonna unship his. Go ahead.
No, and he's just gonna be like, that's why we have built the city away from the dock, and we have walls all the way around. We
But you
leave
could've just
here
put a wall.
at dock.
You could have just never mind. You know what?
How long is that
I'm
road?
gonna keep walking. How long is the road?
1,000 feet. It is the longest rope. Like, he is an NPC. He is at this dock at all times, winding
Wherever.
up he's
It's an infinity
dragging
rope.
Dragon Lock here.
Oh, that's funny.
He's just on the constant animation loop, so it's
Yeah.
infinite.
Let us walk this half a mile to a city then.
I think
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be
gonna-
nice to go.
Yeah, to stretch our legs a little bit on the ground. On the ground. She says very quietly. On the ground. She says very quietly because she's a
Boy, what do you mean by that? No, I'm joking.
Viet's gonna unship his blunderbuss because that's the most piratey thing you can think of to have.
Yeah.
Kind of stump along in the front. He's gonna squint as he's going because we're pretending to be ship people with his blue beard.
Holy crap, that is an albino dwarf. Have you ever seen one of those?
Oh, does he have any stubble? Like after a couple days?
He's
I've got my
tied
blue
up.
beard. I have a blue
Yeah,
beard.
but like the hair would start to grow back, and I feel like fairly quickly. Because like, have you ever seen a fairly hairy person? Like that
No.
hair just sort of grows really. So like,
Weirdly enough, I've seen one.
because I feel like he's probably starting to get some chest hair back a little bit. Like a
At
little
least
bit
the
of stubble.
irritating beginnings.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
still like a dolphin's underbelly.
Maybe he'll never get.
None?
Maybe,
Oh my gosh.
maybe you're just smooth
Wow.
forever.
You know, enough
really
radiation
the
can
worst
have
thing.
effects.
It
That's all
can.
I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
It's still too quick to point fingers about this whole
I don't
ordeal.
think it is.
He stood in front of the microwave. Don't do that, kids.
It's done. We done pointed them fingers.
Mhm,
Let's
mhm.
Right.
I really want to see this row your goat place.
I do
I'm,
too.
I'm really into it.
So you make your way into town. As soon as it's midday, as soon as you get to town, like intimidating as crap, Viet. Like no question.
Nobody's
As you get
messing with
into
us.
town, you do see guards there at the perimeter. It is where the town or the dock had the equivalent of like your thinner kind of trees that are all tied together. These are, think like oak trees that were cut down and planted, and it is like a gate. And above there's like a drop gate that has where it's like you have all your trees that are all planted and tied together. Here it is, horizontal for a drop gate, and it has that flexibility where it moves a little bit, so it's still kind of ramshackle, but at the same time there's enough weight and mass involved in this where that flex actually acts really well to anyone who's trying to break down gates.
Yeah.
So that being said, there are guards there, and as you come in, they'll just give you as intimidating as you are, just give you the very basic of, because you're this is midday of, what's your business? And, heading to the inn. We're just looking for,
Yeah.
we're docking up, looking for a place. And at most, they'll ask you for how many in your party and basic name at most. Like not even looking for full identification, like just how many,
There's 4 of us here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right. And
Or-
you see one of the guards kind of just walk into a guardhouse and just make for like, and it just, if you look, it says in, and then you see out, for just keeping a rough idea of how many people are in the city and how many leave.
Kind of really
And-
wanted Oliver to answer that one, but
Oh, he can count
can
again.
I can count
I know,
now.
I know, just because he seems so happy about it.
So yeah, as Juniper's about to there's, and Oliver's like, there's 4 of us.
Hey, didn't we bring a red shirt?
Someone's got to say what
They're
No,
still
they're
on the
with
ship.
the boat.
and the
Oh,
ballista.
They gotta
Ah.
babysit the ship.
4, 4,
Steal it.
yes. It's 4. It's 4. It's 4. Just a little way too animated. 4, 4, 4. Still 4.
Meanwhile, back at the dock, do you want something to eat? I mean, you could get off the boat. No, I'm fine.
Oh no. Is the rope guy going to
Just
kill our
an
red shirt?
NPC loop. Just an NPC
my
loop.
Just
God.
an NPC loop between the 2.
They ran out of
Sorry.
scripted dialogue about 5
Yeah.
minutes ago.
You make your way into the town. It's not a very large town. It is the equivalent of it's about the shape of a football. So it is 2 elongated streets with bisecting in the middle 3 times. As you kind of walk down the, doesn't matter, we'll just say the one path. Very quickly, if you just ask, like, where is the row, oh, the row you bought, yeah, or row going right down that way, and they'll direct you towards the most inner point of the actual city or the hold. And as you get there, you will see in the distance, coming up to it, the focal point of a block, where the most inner point, if you think a football, and then you've got 2 streets, and then the one street in the middle. In the middle, there is a almost like a city square, and in that city square, there is a inn, and that inn, on both sides of it, seems to have a ship that has been cut in half, and the 2 ends shoved onto either side of the building. One end has a very elaborate back end of the ship with hanging lanterns and stained glass and a rudder coming out the back. On the front, there is the look of a goat that looks like it is bleeding to the sky, and its 2 legs go out into like dolphin fins. And
Like the Starbucks
off,
logo with the 2 tails.
sure,
Oh,
hanging from a collar on a wooden sign that is embossed in what seems to be almost metal blended with the wood. It says, row, 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 you goat. And the doors are underneath, almost like you have seen on your own ship, the captain's double doors going in, 3 steps up, and double doors, stained glass with all of Starbucks goat mermaid imagery, you know.
This
And
place is
as you
amazing.
I love
open
it.
the doors, you'll see the actual bar. Imagine a long bar, and all of the stools are connected by metal and a stool post. The entire bar is hanging by chains from the ceiling, slowly rocking from the ceiling.
Oh, to give you
You'll
seasickness. Yeah.
I
Got it.
want to redecorate our boat, you guys.
Oh my God. You'll see all of the banisters look like a waterfall, like of water moving down, but it's all wood, and that look of fluid moving down, and then has that flourish of like a fountain opening up with a goat mermaid coming out.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Any
There's-
relation to the screaming goat? Do I see any continuities? Maybe.
And you will see there is a live like band in the corner. It is a bard band that is playing lutes and flutes and drums, and they're playing with a large fireplace behind them, and all like the fireplace looks like it should be a fountain, like a fountain dedicated to Neptune, except it's a fireplace.
This is
And there is
so
heavy
over
activity
the top
there
for
are
this town.
Yeah.
I know.
What?
This is a
I
money
said
laundering.
This is so
front.
over the top for this town. Like,
Well, if you think about this town, like if you have this thought, it's one of those things of like, this inn was here before this town was built,
yeah,
and the town was built around it.
around it. Yeah.
That is a reasonable thought to have.
Oh
And
my
as
gosh.
you kind of walk in and step down into it, and you even start to have that thought even of like, man, like this feels too big for the building I even just looked at.
Yeah.
Like it's enormous. It's so roomy and warm and inviting. And there's like multiple levels to step down into, and there's areas where you can sit on cushions, kind of Arabian
Conversation
style.
pits.
And then there's
Yeah.
Oh,
70s style.
You just want to nestle down in there.
and there's
I think we've got a new headquarters.
As I said, It's very centralized in the continent. I mean, and then the banister going up, and you can see there's all the different like cabin doors for hotel rooms, and like it's a very roomy place, and very front and center at the bar is ironically this finned individual who probably, and roll me a history check. This will be probably the best check you can make for that.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 25.
Ooh.
17.
17.
Juniper, you've read of what Triton are. They are literally the equivalent of like a mermaid in D&D. This individual is a Triton. You have not, other than reading in a book, not seen one in your lifetime, and they are very blue, like almost fish skin to it. Like honestly, the best way to describe it is think Abe Sapien with a few extra fins, and he is the bartender.
Oh no, I'm
and
in
he's
love.
got a very open kind of that silken pirate.
Oh God, he's hot.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, he's glorious.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go get a drink, you guys.
Uh-huh.
I totally am
Tall drink of water.
thirsty.
Really thirsty.
Oh my God. We finally found June's type.
It's everybody.
Fish person.
It's every
Everybody.
man that's a man.
It's everybody. Just anyone.
Why choose?
Are you an unimportant NPC? Hello.
Relatable.
So you show up. You get to the bar. Everyone watches Juniper just like a tractor beam, suck her in.
I'm gonna get a drink.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah, you go and
and
get
as-
a drink. Mhm.
As you show up, it's like, oh, hello, how can I help you?
Swift.
Like
Captain Swift.
I'm gonna say his eyes go from the side.
I love it. Can I get a God? I don't even
glass
know.
of
What
you?
does Juniper drink? What? A glass of you? No, she's not that brazen. Yeah. Can I just
Good
get a
one.
whiskey on the rocks? Actually.
Oh.
Absolutely. That'll be 2 copper.
Yeah,
he'll
I have
just
that. I
walk
do.
away.
I do have that.
Get a drink, and he'll pour it, set it down. What brings you to the Roy Goat?
I love that name.
Well, it's
June literally cannot hear or say that name without laughing because it's great.
I mean, it's part of the franchise, I'll be honest.
The
Franchise.
There's a whole franchise.
Well, I mean,
More.
yes and no. I mean, literally, I'm tied to, as you'd maybe say, a goat patron. But at the end of the day, we have our own liberties and everything. But at the end, we all harbor safe haven, more of a embassy to the entire world. How about that? No quorums out there come through our doors. This is all neutral territory here at the row you goat. Blink, 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 blink.
A goat patron?
All right. Or benefactor or contract holder or, just facilitator of, the holdings of if you're going to franchise into any of our inns.
And they're a goat?
Who's a goat?
You said a goat patron, right? Did I hear that
Well,
right?
I mean, there's a theme and he kind of just gestures
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, it sure
Look at
is
this
a theme.
stuff. Isn't it neat?
Actually, yes, this bar is pretty damn impressive.
Well, I do feel a little bit of a nautical theme feels right.
Yeah,
Blink, blink,
yeah,
blink,
for
blink.
a port town. Yeah, I mean, this is great. Like how
Going
long have
well.
you worked? Yeah, how long have you worked here?
Me, I have been the proud facilitator of this here location for about 123 years, I believe now.
That's this place has been here for a very long time then.
Oh no, not nearly that long.
Well,
Right.
now I'm confused.
Yep.
Okay.
You're holding up
How's the
quite
whiskey?
well.
I haven't even drank it yet.
I know. Tops up.
Are you having any teas?
What? No, I'm just confused.
hello there, smooth one.
Oh,
I mean, and he looks at you up and down. Roll for him. Nope, super low. Smooth one. Don't you look like the porpoise's bottom? How can I help you? You need tea?
What?
What kind
Wow.
of tea you looking for?
Hemlock or arsenic or
You
nightshades.
don't have those things in like places.
Are you familiar with fugu?
I
Oh
am
my
no,
God.
I am not. Is that?
Oh, I think
That
it's
a
just the right
fish?
thing for you.
it'll kill you
I will
real
be trying it. Yes.
If I do it wrong, you'll probably, be paralyzed. But look at you, you're a dwarf. Won't kill you even if I do it wrong. It'll just be better. And just turns around and walks to the back. After
right
a few
in front
moments,
of your salad, Jim.
come back with a
What?
small, like
Right in
clear
front of my
teacup with a translucent kind of opaque white with a hint of blue in it, and then has like a seaweed garnish. Slides it up. If that doesn't put hair on that chest, I don't know what will.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll
I'm sure
slide a couple
that-
coppers across the bar.
Please let
Just
it
a
put hair on
webbed
his
hand.
chest.
Just grabs the coppers. He's like, my pleasure. And then looks back to Juniper. How's that whiskey sitting?
Yeah, it's great.
Great. I'm guessing Oliver and Killian or Maven. Sorry, your name is wrong, and that's how my
Ah,
brain
shoot. Sorry, I forgot to
manufactures-
change it this whole time.
It's okay. I've been doing the best I can.
Ah! I'm changing Maven's name to my
So
ring.
Oliver and Maven are, I'm guessing, right behind, just judging all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June's feeling super awkward now because her charisma is shit. So she's just gonna sort of swivel around and case the joint for who they're supposed to be meeting.
Roll me a perception
Just
check
gonna
at disadvantage
look
because you are
for-
super geeky awkward. Oliver, Maven, what are you two doing?
I'm in the pit, baby.
Oh, you
Well-
just immediately veered off to like the
Cannonball into the
cushions.
pit.
There's a hookah in the middle
Yeah.
Yeah. with all the multiple,
I've got like 4 of the hoses. I look like a zoned out octopus. I'm having a good time.
Oh, you're looking like the caterpillar in
Yes. For
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland, very much.
ooh, ooh.
I'm doing smoke tricks with it too. I'm turning them into little animals. I'm having a good time.
14
I'm all
for
about this.
perception.
14. Okay.
Yes.
Oliver, what are you doing?
Well, I took a look at the bartender too, but kind of saw that June was interested. I think I try to encourage June to hang out here. We'll figure everything out. and I will have like at least asked about, well, since this is a goat themed restaurant, do you know how to make a flaming goat? Because I would like one of those.
Do I know how to make a flaming
Do I?
goat? Of course. It's signature. Of course. And turns and literally like the equivalent of like the bar gun,
Spritzer.
you know? Yeah. And just like and then just uses a gesture of the hand and lights the mug on fire and sets it down in front of you. Do I know how to make a flaming goat?
Wow.
That'll be a silver.
Here you go,
They
my
pull
friend.
the mug back just a little.
Mhm.
Lovely. Enjoy.
Thank you. And I would take that and just walk off and kind of just get into the scene, kind of like Maven, but check out what else is going on. See if we find.
Yeah. The band is great. You know, there once was a boat that, and there's all. It's a very lively place, but at the same time, as lively as it is, it also has a very, very chill kind of atmosphere. Like it's not, the music's not overpowering, the conversations, the way, I don't know if it's the architecture or just being polite. None of the conversation from the pillow pit overrides the bar area. But all of it's just a nice atmosphere. And you'll see, Jennifer, as you're kind of scanning the place, sitting isolated on the next level on a little balcony upstairs, you'll see a singular table with a very large, dark-skinned man and Talcia sitting at a table. As you look around, and you just see,
I will like make a beeline for them because like she's already mad.
do
at
you
me.
let Viet's the only one still next to you? Do you let him know, or just
Yeah, I'll elbow him, kind of point him out, and
Jet would elbow her back.
ow, ow, ow.
and the bartender just,
This is good. Fugu, you said?
Fugu. Yeah, fugu.
What goes into it?
Well, blowfish, dearie.
It's funny because he's a fish man.
Blowfish, get it?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's flirting with you.
You sound
Look
jealous.
like elbow her back and look confused.
Ow. Again, ow.
All right, so Viet is distracted by the bartender. Oliver and Maven are mingling. Jennifer, you'll go up the stairs, and as you kind of make your way and grab the banister and start to go up, you'll just hear as you start to go up the stairs. It's weird.
Did
It's like
that
the
come
wood
from
is
the
alive.
banister?
It did
What?
seem to work your way up, and
June's apologizing to the furniture as she's moving up.
sorry. And you'll make your way over to just a small table, kind of like as you get up there and you see all the rooms on the one side. Every so many feet, it kind of juts out just a little bit for a table and a couple chairs to be there, just smaller tables.
Yeah.
And you'll see Zash and Talcia sitting at a table. She seems to have the equivalent of a flight sitting in front of her. And you'll see a large mug sitting in front of Zash. And by large mug, I mean the comical glass mug that you buy at Walmart that no one actually drinks out of except to be like, look at this giant mug that I
Look at
frosted
this
in my
thing.
freezer. Like that mug.
Drink out
That
of
big.
those.
Have you been waiting long?
Oh dear. We've been here for 2 days.
Okay, well,
We teleport. It's quite all right. You made excellent time, though, I must say. You said
Yeah,
a week,
there
and
was-
here you are. We were going to take in the sights and get a lay of the land and, secure it a little bit more. But here you are. However, did you manage to make a week's travel in 3 days?
3 days.
Two and a half,
I'm
roughly.
gonna kind of glance around. Is there anybody around who would like overhear?
With where you're at, it is basically like I said, there's kind of little balconies with tables next to rooms.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one up here. Everyone is
Okay.
downstairs.
I'm gonna
So
lower
it's
my
as
voice
private
anyway.
as you could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lower my voice anyway. I don't need to be shouting out to the entire bar. So this ship is powered by some crystals that Oliver did something with some ancient spell he found, and it kind of messed up the crystals. And then we just sort of pumped a little bit of Viet's magic into that magic, and it made us go really fast.
All right. Lovely. Just can I just back it up just a tiny bit?
Yeah.
You have a ship.
Yeah, I thought I told you that.
No, you did mention you had a ship,
A ship.
and
I didn't mention that it flew. It's a flying
that
ship.
was yep. Nope. And
Yeah.
something about powered by crystals.
Yeah, it's
We're just nope. We're gonna
you're
circle
really gonna want to
back.
see it.
Nope, that's what we're gonna circle back to.
Yeah.
You're going to show me this Sealy fucking flying ship because
Yeah.
of course Sealy made a flying ship.
It's
I
just,
feel like it's weird that I'm insulted that I had to say that in that sentence, but here we are.
yeah. So that's I guess I should have explained that. That's why I couldn't tell you exactly where we were.
As you're awkwardly saying this and there's like a pause, Zash kind of pushes some of his hair back a little bit and just kind of bows slightly. It is good to be seeing you again, Juniper.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I am well. Your world is different. And Miss Maelstrom has been informing me of the current state of the world.
Yeah, it's
It's
messed up.
very different, but also very similar.
That's kind of nice to know.
Dragons are still a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand that.
Big problem. So yeah, do you guys want to go see a ship?
Talcia kind of jumps in and she's like, so we have actually a little bit to unpack too. At that moment, you know what? Just roll me a perception check. We'll see if that moment unpacks right here.
Nope. 9.
Nope, sure doesn't. So, we have a little bit to unpack as well. Not everything was as amazing as getting a Sealy flying ship and making great time across the sky. That globe that you all used.
Yeah.
Shh. Birthed something I don't have words for.
Maybe we'll hold our word to rest.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Luckily, it was able to be banished from this plane, and it's not from here, which is a good thing.
So that's the only thing that came through.
Came through, yes.
But
How did you so elegantly put it in your conversations?
I had 25 words. I have 25
Swift
words and I'm
Daddy.
awkward.
Swift Daddy jumped through the portal.
You went in there?
Right after seeing the lovely parting gift you all sent towards us, I feel like maybe he overreacted in 2020 hindsight and went after you.
That's probably not great.
I feel like most of the times dealing with all of Theo's friends, that's the case as a just standard mode of operation. Ironically,
Okay.
that's a great segue.
So
She's going to grab the black staff that is sitting next to her and stand up from the table and move towards the motel room doors across from their table.
she's gonna lean into Sash and go, am I supposed to follow her?
I found it's much easier.
So follow her.
So she's carrying
As she-
the black staff, or
She's carrying the black staff.
Yeah.
He is
As
dead.
she walks towards the doors, she just thumps it for a second and the door just opens. Inside, you'll see an in room. You'll see very quickly as you follow her in, and she is leaving somewhat of a, wizard's very inviting path that may be irritated. Because all wizards are irritated, let's be honest. 2 cots as you immediately come into the room. It's a long room, but the first 2 cots that are right there as you walk in, you see a half-orc who has been wrapped up, swaddled, and has some incense and very much a pretty, bedside situation. And then you see a human, grizzled, wrapped up similarly with candles around his head, as you see Theobald also laying there.
What happened, Talia?
She continues walking forward, getting to the middle of the room, turning around. What did all of you happened? He took care of your problem, banishing it to another place. And then she just looks in his direction. He's alive, but he's not here right now. He cleaned up the mess. He banished whatever the fucks you sent here. And it was over, and he smiled, and then there was blood, and he is as you see him.
I don't know why it would happen like that.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Why? You've left your wake. We clean up your mess.
Oh God, Talcia has been such a.
That's not how that
good
works.
It's how it's always worked, sweetie.
Well, that's not how it's going to work this time.
Amazing. Good intentions. How can I help you before the next step?
I don't know yet.
I figured. So, where's everyone else?
Viet's flirting with the bartender. Maven's, Maven's, I think, smoking a hookah, and I have no idea where Oliver went.
I'm gonna be honest. You're just reinforcing. Like she's like, of course they are.
Listen, Talcia, what came through that portal was actually the better thing.
Was it?
Where that sent us was into a future where we failed. This person named Slate and Callan had gotten together and
I'm
somehow.
aware of who Slate is.
Then do you know who's inside of him?
Inside of what? No. No.
You know what happens when we fail is pause for a second because Catherine can't remember. Is it Levistus?
Levistus. Yeah.
I remembered.
Levistus.
If we fail, somehow it unleashes Levistus. And in that future, not only are the dragons gone, sure, that's great, but so are the other gods. So what came through that portal was the better thing.
She just looks towards Zash. Do you remember the others enough to find them? And actually, I should roll for that. Actually, all right, yeah, that's a 14. He's just nods. It's like, little one, hairy little one.
He's not
And-
hairy anymore.
Dirty elf.
Hey,
And she's like, that's almost perfect. And she just quickly flashes like illusionary, like holographic images of them. Which, by
Oh,
the
will
way,
you take the hair off of that one?
Viet. She's like, what?
He's completely bald now.
Oh.
It's been a really long, like,
As she's holding
3
the
days.
holographic illusion of Viet, she goes,
yeah, that's actually kind of how it happened. Actually, I don't know that.
that's
Totally has a beard. I don't know what you're talking about.
does he has a beard though. It's
He's,
like,
well,
and she, like,
he's wearing
grabs
a beard
some
of
and just
blue
goes,
hair.
It looks about right.
That's about right. Yep.
And Zash goes, all right,
Yeah,
I can find them. He walks out, and as soon as he does, she just makes a gesture and the doors slam.
I'm gonna go over to Theobald.
Yep.
And I guess try and figure out what the heck is wrong with him.
Medicine check.
Yeah. Let's
Ah.
let's use a different dice because that one was not being very nice to me.
Use your very best ones.
Plus,
Are you
what
using
is
the
my
skull?
medicine?
I will say I am waiting so that I can reform into a human in this room because I did follow June up here. But I have been a little rat boy.
You were hook. You
Come
didn't-
on.
Nope. Sorry.
I want to hook a
23.
ride.
What?
23.
23.
Yeah.
You are familiar with the idea academically through your studies, even it wasn't specifically with this, but you've been doing in your downtime since coming back of just arcane research,
Mhm.
both mixed with magic and the occult. You are familiar with the idea of spell burn.
Okay.
It is basically where anyone who does any kind of casting magically, doesn't matter what, like how you do it, where you cast outside of your reach and it basically reflects back at you in a negative way.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of an athlete pushing themselves past their limits and they blow out a knee or they, but this is more on that psychic magical level where they either have a psychic episode, they can still their ability to cast any kind of magic, they can limit themselves in some way, they can put themselves in a permanent coma, they can send their spirit to the ethereal plane. They like there's so many variations of how spell burn presents itself that this is probably one of the more medium to severe versions of it. But spell burn is the term that comes to mind. You don't know a ton about it, but this like physically he is perfectly fine.
Okay.
It is a magical spiritual thing.
Okay. Then I guess while I'm waiting for the others, I'm just gonna kind of sit there and try and just like really concentrate and kind of try and like reach out and see if I can find where that consciousness might be. Does that make sense? Okay.
I'm not going to have you roll because you're not going to make much progress.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still trying.
I get that. You're going to be distracted because after the door shuts and you check on Viet, after a few moments, once you come to that kind of half conclusion, and there's a difference. There's a difference between exploring and trying to figure out something and coming to a conclusion and trying to do something about it, just in breath, in body language, all that. And then you'll hear softly Talsia's voice. Do you understand the chaos that all of you tied to him leave behind? Not one of his allies have left him better. But yet you come back looking for help, looking for more, as others take your burden, clean up your mess. And yet, the world is at stake, so it doesn't matter the harm you do. Say something!
Need to be angry. Did he know you loved him?
He knows better than I do.
You were connected, right?
She just lightly nods, like it.
And you still feel that?
I feel nothing. It's an amputation. What
I'm
is
not
it
going to
that
give
you need?
I'm not going to give up on him. I need you to know that.
Roll me a persuasion check.
No.
Sorry.
Okay, that's not bad. It was a 15, so 14.
You just see a very steely face. What is it that you need? He would help you. What is
He
it
already
that you
did.
need?
I need
And that's amazing. What else do you need?
to be able to find him and bring him back.
Juniper, I haven't known you as long as the others. And that's probably a good thing for this situation, I'll be honest. I need you to tell me why you needed me to be here to help you on the next leg of your adventure, because I could give a fuck all what you want to help me with, because I will take care of me and mine. But you and yours always need. And I will help you for his sake. But at this point, if it wasn't for the fact of him, I don't care what the future brings. So you better be straight with me on what it is you need.
We needed you here because we're stronger together.
You see just a glance towards Theobald. We were. Talk to your friends and figure out what the fuck you need. And as the door opens and Zash comes in with Holliver and Viet and Maven.
We found the right
That's where we're
people.
going to leave
Good.
off for this week. We went a little long, but we had to get to where we are. Thank you all for joining us. I can't wait for next time as we just continue this in this
How dare
furnace. How dare you? Thank you for joining us. Have a great 4th of July. Enjoy. For those who
safe.
may or may not be in Canada, happy Canada Day, because that's what's
Yeah.
right now. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. I'm DM Scott. With me as always,
Killian.
And Mick.
Chris.
Catherine.
Bye.